Welcome. You are now tuned in with Eyesonpodium podcast, and I'm here with my brothers, Coach Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
no, this is a new show.
It is a new show.
The grown and sexy. We're talking to the 30-year-old crowd now.
That's crazy.
For all you 30 and older,
Coach Chris, this show's for you.
Shout out to the 30 Club.
Shout out to the 30 Club.
It's for you.
30 for 30.
Sexy. Do I sound like a radio host? The grown and sexy.
Starters.
Yep.
Not 30. This is 29, volume 2. Let's start the show.
He in denial. It's all right. It's cool. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
I don't read no comments. I don't care what they say. Time and place, we can talk about it. Last night I was wildin'. Made 2K over 2K. It's a new day and I'm back to problem. Bank account be crowded. By next June, need 5 rooms, soundproof. Watch them doubt it. Hey, they try to talk me out here. I done wasted some greatness just sitting there trying to think about it. I go charm my ring, give all of my homies rollies. I'm a hot pig, rolling with me.
You know what this is at this point. It's a Villanova Wildcats, New York Knicks. It's a New York Knicks Cats. The Wildcats, New York. It's all of that. Because, you might as well just go get Mikal Bridges. Bring him over here. Tell Bridges to cross the bridge. Come over here. Let's get the gang back together.
Been saying it, man.
I mean, why not? Dante here? Championship team? I mean, what should we expect Dante to bring? What should we expect? What should the New York Knicks fans expect from Dante? From the Dante rotation, the 9-man rotation? Because they just swap him for Obi. So is it just going to be shooting? What is it?
No. I think Dante is going to get some quality minutes. I think he's a really, really good fit, especially for the coach, Tibbs. You know, he loves players that play hard. Dante plays both sides of the ball, which is extremely important. He shoots the 3 ball. So I think adding that 3-and-D player to the 2-year roster, I think it brings a lot coming off the bench. He did a lot in Golden State last year.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off the bench, even when he started, he played really well.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty consistent for what he brings to the table. He brings in night in and night out, and that's all you can ask a player that's going to play hard, leave it all on the floor, and that seems like that's what that brand of basketball is over there in Villanova. So
right,
you know, and they're trying to build something over there, something special. So I like the direction with this addition, this piece. Bringing a guy on that has chemistry with other players, like we made the jokes, the Villanova Knicks and New York Wildcats. It just brings some more camaraderie and more familiar faces to play with each other that knows each other's tendencies.
Right.
You know, I love the pickup.
How you feel about Henny?
I do too. I mean, chemistry is everything as well. You got to have some type of chemistry to be a successful team. Bringing him in, he already has friends there. They're already, talking. Usually players wait to preseason to, start working out together, doing all that. I'm pretty sure that I've seen it on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah.
They all been hanging out, talking about old times, probably working it out together.
Mm-hmm. But there's a but.
I think this, from the business aspect of it, I think this is like a move where they might be trading somebody.
Yeah, you feel like they gotta consolidate?
I feel like they because they're not gonna replace a power forward with a guard,
Right.
if they're not trying to get rid of somebody. So I'm in my mind, what I'm thinking is that they maybe looking to move quickly, probably just to open up trade value, because his trade value is pretty high. They probably don't want to pay him what he's gonna gain, what he's gonna earn during the season. So paying Dante might be cheaper than paying Quickly in the long run.
I think Tibbs likes he's okay with RJ playing the 4.
RJ?
Yeah. He's okay with Hart playing that position too, with the second unit. Josh Hart. Yeah, I mean and he's okay with that. I mean, I would think that they need another wing player. Or Grimes just got to get better. Either that.
So you're saying when Randall goes out, so the rotation will be Randall will sit first.
RJ will come out first.
Oh, RJ will come out first.
RJ will come out first, and then he will start the second quarter with the second unit. With RJ,
with Randall on the bench.
With Randall on the bench, yeah. Flop those minutes. I mean, Dante shoots 40% from the field, 1.3 steals a game. Mm-hmm. That's really good. The Knicks is not a high turnover team at all, which is actually kind of crazy to know. I think we finished 25th in turnovers. Like they don't force turnovers. So to have a guy who's going to be able to play those passing lanes, who's good on ball, who go for those steals, that's going to be good. Especially, and he's a good rebounder as well. Quickly's a good rebounder.
Yeah.
Hart's a good rebounder.
Hart's a good rebounder.
And Dante's a good rebounder. So those three coming off the bench, I like it. With RJ. I like it. If RJ gonna play with them, I like it. It's gonna be a 9-man rotation. It's gonna be 9-man. And they'll be able to switch anything in that second unit. They'll be able to switch everything.
So we still going with Quickly starting this year or no?
Nah.
Depends on how good Grimes is.
Grimes got to get better.
Like if he comes,
He does.
Grimes got to get better. Because honestly, Grimes is the only guard on the team at this very moment who can't get the rebound and push the ball up the court consistently.
Right.
He's the only one who cannot do that.
I think he doesn't have confidence to do it.
His handles is just not there. His handles are just not tight enough. Yeah. He loses the ball. He start dribbling off his legs.
Nervous.
Like, what we doing? What we doing?
Also in that lineup, what's his name? Isaiah Roby.
No, he's not making the team. He's not making the team.
Oh, he's making the team.
He's not.
Why wouldn't he make the team?
He's not playing in the rotation. He's not playing in the rotation.
He might not play in the rotation. He might not play in the rotation.
Tibbs will play.
Definitely earning.
Tibbs will play Hartenstein and Jericho Sims before he'll play Isaiah Roby.
Isaiah Roby can shoot.
I don't like Tibbs will play Hartenstein, Jericho Sims before he plays.
The Knicks cannot start the season off in a 9-man rotation. Like,
it's gonna be a 9-man rotation.
Yeah, I don't see him start. I don't see him starting. Well, this is Tibbs we talking about here.
Yeah, like I don't mind having Isaiah Roby at the backup.
He's known for running players into the ground.
Yeah,
I mean,
he need to let Julius sit sometimes.
We need a wing, and the Knicks is eyeing OG, Raptors OG. I'm not even gonna try. Anunoby. Ooh, I bodied it. I killed it. I'm gonna try again, Anunoby. Ooh, I said it twice, back to back. OG, like Anunoby 3 times. All right, but they're eyeing him. They saying the trade could possibly be. I'm gonna tell you what this says. It says Quentin Grimes, Evan Fournier, 2 first-round picks. Knicks get OG Anunoby. That will be perfect. If that would be all we would have to give up. Honestly, I would give him 2 more picks. I would give him 4. I would give him 4. And 2 unprotected, 2 protected.
So what does that mean for the lineup? What does the starting lineup look like?
So it will be Jalen Brunson, Anunoby, RJ. Nah, Anunoby gonna have to play the 2. RJ.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or just the wing. Just wing. RJ, Julius, and Mitch. That's perfect. That right there. We come, hey, tell Dame, take a trip to Miami. That's cool. We'll come see him down there. Cool. We'll come see him. That's how I feel. We got that 5. I'm hurt. I'm so hurt that the Knicks lost. I'm hurt. I'm not gonna get over it. I'm not.
Oh, I said you seem like you're taking this Dame to Miami thing to heart.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I mean, where else they're gonna trade him? I heard Minnesota for Cat.
Hell no.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Exactly. Him, Anthony Edwards. You don't like that backcourt? Gobert.
I like the backcourt. I just don't think it's enough.
Daniels.
Minnesota's gonna find a way to mess that up.
They are. They don't got no picks. They can't do nothing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
But on this OG,
on OG.
I feel like we could get him for even less. The way these trades is happening. Everybody going for 2nd round picks and all that goodies.
Right.
One thing we have to mention.
He's not the hottest player on the market.
One thing we have to mention. He fired his agents. You know who his agent was? Rich Paul. And he signed with CAAA.
How many A's is in that?
2. I'm sorry. I added 1.
Yeah.
I was about to say CAA.
CAA. All right. So now, he's in the camp. Let's make it happen, Chip. Yo, Leon. Hey, what's your top toe calls Leon? Leon the Don?
Leon the Don, yeah.
Leon the Don?
I think this move is a no-brainer.
No-brainer. Make it happen. And he's on the last year of his contract right now. He's on the last year of his contract. We'll extend him.
Also, allegedly, he wants a bigger role with the Raptors. Like, he wants more ball control.
Cool.
He wants to bring up the ball.
Cool. We'll have him do that. Get RJ off ball. Or Julius. Exactly. Get Julius off ball completely.
Get Julius off ball. Get Jalen Brunson some time off ball if he wants to do that. I'm comfortable with him dribbling. I don't think that's a problem.
Get Julius off ball completely.
RJ can bring up the ball. OG can bring up the ball.
Because Julius. Well, RJ and OG?
Yeah.
That'd be
interesting.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's two nice wing defenders.
One could shoot.
You need wings in this league.
Two bodies. Yeah, 2 bodies.
Defensive. Tell Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, come see us.
Yeah. Yo.
Come to the Garden.
We got their number regular with a regular squad.
We do got their number with a regular squad. I'm just saying, OG in New York is scary.
We do got their number.
That's crazy. That's crazy over there. He's all right. Another trade. DeMar DeRozan. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about the DeMar DeRozan trade? The scenario will be Evan Fournier, Hartenstein, quickly, and the 2025 first round pick for DeMar DeRozan.
Not worth it.
Not worth it at all. Get him out of here. Get who wrote this?
I like DeMar, but he's moved into a mid-range player. He still stays in that range, and that's not what we need. We need a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
more shooting.
We need more shooting. We need more spacing. The Knicks need more spacing. I don't see the DeMar DeRozan trade working. I see the Levine trade working, but they released. They don't really want to work with.
Paul wants to stay away from us,
which is cool. Give me OG. Yeah. I'll take OG instead of Levine. I'm cool with that.
Younger. He's younger, right?
Yes, he's like 26. Hold on.
Yeah, Zach LaVine's 29.
Zach LaVine's the better player, though.
He's definitely the better player.
He is. I agree.
But who's the better two-way?
Go ahead and pull up the defensive rating.
I don't even have to check it. OG.
He's 25. I mean, he was just on all defensive team.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that.
Right? He was just 2, right?
Yeah. He's a two-way. I don't need to pull up the stats.
Oh, hold on. I would love to see that. I would love to see when he shoots from 3. Oh, guys, he shoots 38.7% from 3.
Who's that?
He said, "Guys,
OG, come home. Come to New York City, baby. Come see the Knicks. Leon, make it happen. 35 minutes a game. I'm here with that. How much Quentin Grimes played?
Like 20 something.
30 minutes. Quentin Grimes, look, I love you. Hey, I love you. QG. But OG, come see me. Oh, Quentin Grimes shot 38% from the 3-point line.
OG's defensive rating is 113.
109.
Zach, you got 109?
Zach LaVine's is 113. OG's is 109.
Oh. Well, Stat News has something different.
That's what I'm on.
Stat News?
What'd you have? Yeah.
I had one.
Oh no, this is his career.
113. Yeah, you see, so I just did last season. I did Zach LaVine is 114 and OG is 113 this season. Yeah. True.
More all defensive team. I think he was on it. Yeah, he was on it.
But that's not
OG's career.
I feel like we need the extra scoring, but also we need the extra wing defense. So
we need the wing defense.
For the role, I think OG's a better fit than Zach LaVine. I kind of don't want to take the ball out of Jalen Brunson's hands too much.
I agree.
Right.
I agree. He'll be the perfect fit.
He'll be the perfect fit.
Yeah.
He won't have to be too dominant.
Right. Jalen Brunson don't gotta guard nobody. That's perfect for him. I don't need him out there wasting his energy on defense when you got 2 wings and a center.
No, it's a better fit. It's a better fit.
Look, NBA rule changes, man. The rules are changing. What's y'all favorite rule that's changed right now? What y'all think about the rules?
I like that if you win a flag call, a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get a chance to get another
I think that's something that's been long overdue. That's something I complain about all the time. Why do you lose it? Yeah, why do you lose it? Right,
they messed up. Right. So you still get
Absolutely. You should be rewarded for the ref's incorrect call.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's I love that. Everybody knew that was coming, but it's good to see.
I love that. That's amazing. That's amazing that they changed that quickly.
Technical fouls for flopping? What y'all feel about that?
Oh, I think I love this one even more.
Oh, really? Talk about it.
Yeah, man. There's too many times where players sell a call just to get the call. Like that's not basketball. Like that needs to stop. Because that at the end of the day sometimes could cost a win. Like it could cost it.
That's gamesmanship though. At the same time, isn't it? Like I feel like a player like Jalen Brunson that's gonna hurt him. I feel like there's certain players that foul bait. I think foul baiting is terrible, right? Foul baiting. I don't like foul baiting, but I feel like sometimes. I don't know. I don't feel like I think technical foul is too much for flopping. That's a lot. Attack.
So I think it depends, right? If I'm taking a charge, right, and you run into my chest and I drop back, that's different. You made physical contact, but there's players that a player will catch the ball, right? He'll have the ball like this, turn his elbow. His elbow wouldn't even touch him, go by him and hit the player, throw his head back.
Yeah.
No, you need to be penalized.
The angle, the refs don't see it. But
Yeah,
But I mean,
time.
shouldn't I? If I'm the defender and I see you swinging your elbow, shouldn't I move my face?
No,
What are we
I'm
talking
not
about?
talking about moving your face.
But that's
I'm
how it
talking
can be
about
interpreted.
Back.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about flopping backwards like you got hit.
I understand. My point is that it can be interpreted my way, what I'm saying, and your way, what you're saying. Which is why I don't think a technical foul is a lot. I mean, which is why I think a technical foul is a lot. Unless it's not going to contribute to you getting thrown out the game, which I think you shouldn't get thrown out the game for this. That's ridiculous. Especially since the referees just be giving people technical fouls for anything at this point. Everything is a flagrant.
That's what I hate.
So I think it will count like a defensive seconds. Defensive like
Defensive foul?
No, like a defensive 3 seconds.
It's a team technical.
I would assume so. You get penalized as in the team will probably get a free throw, but it won't count towards the person personally as a as a technical foul. And I'm not sure if that's the rule. I have to look it up. But that will make sense because I do agree that that's not something you should be throwing. That is a little excessive. But should you be penalized for it? Yes. Because there are instances, like I just said, when the elbow is swung by, right? You don't get hit, right? It's a difference with moving your head out of the way like this, like, oh, snap, almost got hit. And not throwing yourself on the floor and holding your nose like you got knocked out.
Man,
like,
who's the king of this?
Right.
Who's the king of that?
The king of
Marcus
the league.
Smart.
King James.
Marcus Smart.
King
Exactly.
James.
Marcus Smart.
LeBron James. LeBron James is the king
Marcus
of flopping.
Smart.
He's the king
Marcus.
of like
And then get up and get a 360 dunk right after.
Like, what we doing? Yeah, hold on. Let's keep it 100. Dylan Brooks did hit him. Do you think he hit him that hard for him to be on the floor like that?
Yes.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
He's 38. You get brittle in your older age, right, Chris? Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm getting younger by the minute.
Younger by the minute. I'm dead. What other rule changes are there? Oh, the new in-season tournament. How do we feel about this? I want to explain this to us, Chris, so we understand what's happening a little bit. What's the gist?
Yeah.
You don't got a Richard Jefferson situation, but just give us the gist.
Hold down so we can understand.
So basically, in the conferences, the teams are broken up into groups of 5, all 30 teams, which is 6 groups. They'll have group play. They'll have group play throughout the season, where they'll play each team in their group at woNce, right? And each team will get 2 games at home and 2 games on the road. I think the team with the best record out of each group, which would be the 6 teams, will move on to the knockout round. And after the knockout round,
They go to Vegas.
they go to, I'm not sure if they go to Vegas, but I think the championship is held in Vegas. You have the quarterfinals after that, but with the 6 teams, it's not only the 6 teams, there's also 2 wildcard teams. Are the 2 teams that have, I think they have the second best record in their conference. Something like that. It's like the second best. I think it's either the second best record in group play.
Yeah.
In their conference.
They got to probably be their group play.
Yeah. So those 2 teams will go on, and then a single elimination right after that, and then the 2 teams will be meeting up in Las Vegas. But I also read that the championship game will not be counted as a regular season.
Yeah, it's gonna be an 83rd game, and it's the stats don't count.
Exactly. So yeah. So for those teams, they'll be playing an extra game. So I don't know how players are gonna feel about that. Having to play an extra 83rd game, because now you look at it and say, what if I get injured in this 83rd game?
Yeah.
And
Oh
that
boy.
could cost me.
But what
the rest
about
of
from
my
a
season.
fan perspective?
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
I'll take as much basketball as I can get.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
83 games. Nice.
you think the
Give it to
fans are
me.
gonna care about it?
Oh, absolutely.
Depends on who
Absolutely.
plays now.
Absolutely.
Now you got the players involved. I
Right.
like everything all the way up to it not counting, because like you said, somebody could get hurt and then they'd be tight. Like this game didn't even mean nothing.
Right.
Well,
it's
it's a
an
championship,
experiment.
but
It's an
yeah.
experiment. They're trying to see if they can make. I'm assuming the NBA is trying to make certain parts of the season a little more competitive, because you know how teams go
Right.
through moments where teams have they have slumps and they run into rough patches. So it's like, hopefully, I'm guessing this incentive at that point in the season is like a way to keep their motor going, like keep the high energy, so that teams don't start having those slumps.
Right.
And possibly it could be a way for one of these younger teams to,
I agree. I like that. And you know what? I think the next change, I think the NBA should go further with this. I feel like the winner should get home court advantage in the first round, no matter what their seeding is.
right.
if they make it, and if not, just take it to the next year.
If they make it, and if not, take it to the next year. Correct.
Yeah, it's interesting because this is all of it is regular season, counts to your regular season record. So they're gonna have tournament nights. That's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be more meaningful during the regular season. So I mean I like it all the way up to the 83rd game. I mean, like, that don't make no sense. They can find a way. They can find a way to have that week of the tournament still count. Like they can make it like, oh,
It's just one game. It's just a championship game. That's not going to count.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying they can make one game count. You know,
the numbers are going to be off, because now you're going to be being judged off of 83 games instead of 82 games. And now people who in their contracts, they need to score 20 points, end up scoring 19.9, and they lose $1 million or $2 million.
Right, that could be the difference with somebody winning the scoring champion. Scoring champion. Somebody gets the extra game to
it's an
to
unfair
boost their
advantage. It's an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Nah, I say it like this: they could just have the schedule for the week of the championship, because they don't know when the week of the championship is. They'll just have it clear, and just have those two teams play, and then for the rest of the week, the other teams can play after the tournament. So one, like say the championship is on a Monday.
Yeah, but it's still going to be one extra
in.
game.
Yeah, they're still gonna play an extra game. Don't matter.
They just don't play. They just don't play a week. That's it.
They just don't play one extra game. You saying?
Yeah.
Because the two teams. There's going to be two teams that ends up playing 83 games.
Right.
So you're saying one of their other regular season games they won't play.
They should make the schedule, have everybody at least play certain teams XYZ the other half of the season once.
Can't do that.
So
Can't do that.
It's difficult to do that.
Because you can't do that, because you don't know who's gonna be in that. Who's gonna be there.
Yeah, you don't know.
Hence why you play everybody once next season. Like no matter what, you play them once, whether it's home or away, you play them once, so that you can take away that game and have those teams play.
It's not gonna work.
So like if the Lakers and the Knicks play in April, but they're playing in the championship, you take away that April game, so that championship game can count towards the regular season.
Yeah, but now you're taking away games. You're taking away.
I'm not.
But what if they play each other before?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Making sure in the schedule everybody plays each other once.
But I'm saying, what if the Knicks play the Rockets? Right? What if they play them before the championship?
You play every team plays every team the minimum twice every team, and when you play the conference, you play them 4 times. So if the Knicks play the Rockets, they play them once in the beginning of the season, and then once and at the end of the season. So if they meet in the championship,
so you're saying all Eastern Conference first half, all Western Conference second half.
no, just play whatever you got to play your team. You play them once, because sometimes teams.
He's saying like you just cancel the other game if you're supposed to play each other.
Cancel it, and that makes it 82.
What other game y'all was supposed to actually play each other this season? Just cancel that. Cancel that game.
It's just one game. It's just one game, because you're in the tournament, and let it count for something. I don't like that 83rd game not counting, because players are not going to play. Players can get hurt and be mad about it. It should count. It should count. And they're not taking stats. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm wasting my time here.
I feel the. I don't know if it will logistically work, but I understand what you're saying. And if it could work like that, then then I'm with you on that. Like, if you could just cancel out one other game and then it can count still, that can work. That would be cool. But I do think the winner should have home court advantage in the playoffs. They should.
Yeah, I think that should be a incentive.
At least one season, at least one round, like the first round.
You know why that's unfair though? Right?
Why?
Because you're gonna have to designate one team, right? One team that possibly has a better record than them. Whoever they play, that's not fair that they don't get home court advantage.
But they lost in the championships in the in-season tournament. They lost. They could have competed for this particular thing, but they lost. They had the same opportunity.
They had the same opportunity, but that team also has the same opportunity as having a good record throughout the season.
You're right. However, if you win the in-season tournament, that's your gift.
I understand that, but how are you going to just undervalue a season by putting the when that has been the goal every single NBA season? How can you make that way more? How can you just throw that in?
Because it's
way more, and it doesn't, and it's not even halfway through the season.
I understand that, but that's how you make it mean more. You think the players are not going to want to play for that?
Yeah.
You think Luka would sit out the game? You think Luka would sit out that game if there's a chance that he can get home court advantage in the play-in?
That's unfair to a team. That's unfair to a team that loses let's say they lose a Luka and Luka's coming back in January. That's unfair to that. That's unfair. Right?
But this is what I'm saying. But that's why you have to.
Him coming back in January is an incentive for the team to be better their second half of the season. So how can you just value that first half or that first part as in to the playoffs of getting a playoff spot when that's what you're trying to fight for?
Because the playoffs is
that are out.
The playoffs.
Players that are out.
The playoffs is the second half of the season. That's what matters in the second half of the season. What happened in the first half of the season is affecting the second half of the season. The first half of the season, we're going to play the in-season tournament, the first quarter or the first 30% of the games or whatever, in-season tournament. Whoever wins in the playoffs, you get an advantage later if you win now. So this matters. This matters. Everything that happens here matters. We are playing for home court advantage. We are playing to have the golden ticket. It's like the Willy Wonka golden ticket. So one person gets the golden ticket.
What happens if you win and you don't make the play-in?
Then then you either lose it or it transfers to the next year. What do you think, Henny?
I agree. That's how I would do that. I don't think there's any other incentive for
they make it money. They're making money.
I get that, but it's not. Again, it's the 83rd game. You get hurt, you're gonna be mad. The stats don't even add to your MVP voting. First team, all-time record. So who cares about that? You'll have 40. You have a perfect game. Oh, it doesn't count.
That's what I'm
You shoot
saying.
100 from the field goal. Oh, it doesn't count.
It don't
Get a
count.
bonus. Get a bonus.
You don't get a bonus anyway by just being in the game. By just your team getting there, you're getting a bonus. If you win, who cares? You're getting a bonus anyway. I don't know.
It's the amount.
I guess. One of the biggest questions of the offseason is coming out of Golden State. What is Chris Paul role going to look like with the Warriors? What do we think is gonna happen? Is the reporter asked them, you know, how do you feel about coming off the bench? He like, you gonna coach? You coach? You know, like he was a little snarky at her. I get it. You know what I mean? He's in top 3 point guard of all time, maybe top 5. Some probably had him at 1 or 2. And you're asking him to come off the bench for possibly the other top point guard of all time. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense, but is there a way that he can not come off the bench? Like, what does that look like? Chris, what you thinking?
No, I just don't see. I just think having Curry and Chris Paul in your backcourt is a little too small. I think it just works better with him coming off the bench. I don't think that he has to. I think he could get starters minutes and play value quality minutes, but coming off the bench, right? He could be able to run a second unit where he can get players involved, and it could be a combination of players from the first unit as well, you know. But I think that it will work a lot better with him coming off the bench. He's a floor general. He makes players around him better. He's a basketball player. Like I think Chris Paul can adjust. I think it can work. He's done it in many places. Like he's made it work with OKC, right? Yeah, we were OKC. He was with OKC, and no one expected him to do anything, and they made it to the playoffs. I think he could be good with a decent bench around him. I think he can run the second unit with a combination of having like alternating the minutes with some starters. I think he could be very, very valuable coming off the bench, or be more valuable coming off.
A couple last year this past playoffs, Draymond came off the bench. Some time ago, Iguodala came off the bench. Could Draymond be the new Iguodala? Yeah, he just got a big contract. Would Draymond come off the bench and Chris Paul be in the starting lineup and Draymond run with the second unit? What do you think about that, Henny?
I got to give respect to Draymond. He deserves the start. I think Chris Paul needs to come off the bench, and I don't think he comes off the bench to replace Curry. I think he comes off the bench to replace Draymond. They're interchangeable because they're both the point guards they would be the point guards of that team. Curry can be the 2, and Clay and Wiggins can run the wings. I don't see why it wouldn't work. You know, I just think it's a little weird to have CP3 starting. Then what do your big men look like? You can't sit Wiggins, you can't sit Clay. Definitely can't. I'm not even gonna mention it. But the bigs will be interchangeable. Are you okay with Draymond playing the 5?
I think it's possible
that you look at.
I think it's possible that
how many bigs are even posting up anymore? You know,
I was gonna say
maybe they're ahead of their time.
Well, they got 2.
Maybe they're ahead of their time.
I think it's possible that Draymond could come off the bench. I think it's possible. I don't think so. Only because of him defensively. I don't know if you're thinking offensively. I think defensively they need Draymond in the starting lineup to be that anchor. You got me sold. You got me sold. I don't see it either. Facts change, opinions do too.
That's the only reason. Like the anchor on defense, I just don't see him coming off the bench because of that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but I do see at certain points in the game, like you just said, I do see them going with that small ball lineup. They have Chris Paul with Steph. Chris Paul, you got Clay on one wing, Steph on another wing. You got Draymond
And Chris Paul running pick and roll.
Yeah, Draymond and Chris Paul could be running pick and roll while
I'm good on that one. That's an easy hedge right there. Give me a hard hedge on that one.
Okay, then you hard hedge and then you give Draymond the ball, and that's what he's made his career off of.
Exactly. That's where he's at his best.
That's where he's at his best. That's what
right in the middle of the floor. He's an amazing decision maker. That's exactly where you want Draymond Green to be. Catches the ball in the middle. He catches the ball in the middle. Wiggins is coming from the corner. He throws it in the air. That's a dunk.
That's a dunk. Every time.
They go with Wiggins.
I'll take my chances on that.
That's Clay or Steph for a 3.
4 championships. That's how he got his 4 championships. Literally that play, him and Curry. Yeah. They hedge it on Curry. Curry lobs him the ball, like he's about to turn the ball over. He gets the ball, and then it's a oop to Iguodala. It used to be a oop to Iggy, or it could be a oop to JaVale McGee. Come on.
The reason why that's so deadly is more so.
You said what, Chris?
So deadly.
Well, he just get a dunk.
He just get it done. Go ahead, Annie.
The reason why that's so deadly is because of Curry. He's the deadly one.
What do you mean?
You're not understanding. You're not understanding.
I do understand
now
it's CP3 at that point.
Right. But now you're opening up to have Steph and Clay on the wings.
Wings, exactly. Because now
you cannot help off of them.
Right, because now what the way they run that offense is Curry's the ball handler and they hedge it. So when they blitz that screen, they hedge the screen. He has to give the ball up. Curry's not in the play. Now it's gonna be Chris Paul.
CP3. I'm hard hedging. I'm
not. You missing me. You missing me.
Overhelping on the wings. Let me finish. You overhelp on the wings and you let Draymond score. I'm good on that. I'll take that every single night.
What do you? It's gonna be a. It's gonna be a.
CP3 is not Curry. I'm not scared.
You're not. You're missing the point. It's if you hedge, then it's 2 people out of the play. They're out of the play.
Guarding the ball. There's 2 people guarding the ball.
Right. So now it's going to be a 4-on-3.
Nobody's playing defense.
You can't. Right. That doesn't make sense.
They're gonna help.
You have to help. You're gonna just give him a line drive to the layup to the rim to just get a layup.
Good. It sounds good. And nobody's gonna do that all game.
That doesn't make sense.
Let him get layups all game.
Again, I'll take that hard hedge.
I understand that, but I'm just saying nobody's gonna give up layups all game.
The hard hedge is fine. That's how they guard them now.
Was Draymond making his layups when they played the Lakers?
They have 4 championships. That is how they guard them now.
Right. And so we're going back in time, or we're going into the future? Which one? So is he going to get younger?
No, what I'm saying is that's Draymond at his best. That's what we're saying. Why would you want Draymond to be like, I'll take Draymond at his best, going downhill with a lane? That doesn't make sense.
I'll take it.
And he's not playing Anthony Davis every night.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I don't see it.
Correct.
I mean, maybe that's why you're a Henny and not Coach Henny.
Death lineup 2.0.
Death lineup 2.0.
Yeah.
No.
CP, Draymond, Wiggins, Clay, Steph. Oh my gosh. Yeah, please hedge that. We need you to hedge that.
Yep.
They probably just gonna switch it. You should probably switch it, right, Chris?
I'll let Draymond have 30.
Well, I'm saying, how would you defend that? How would you defend that? That's the action.
It depends on my personnel.
In a perfect world, right? If you're guarding that,
if I have a big that I'm bringing out who's probably going to be with Draymond,
yeah,
I wouldn't want to switch my big on a Chris Paul, because you know what he does.
Oh yeah, that's an ISO.
Yeah, like he could get by a big.
So what do you do?
I would just try to fight over the screen.
Okay.
Because Chris Paul, like to Henny's point, he's not scared, right? If you're not scared, I would just get over the screen.
Mm-hmm.
right? I will get over the screen. I will go under the screen. If I would force him to shoot jump shots. Because I would rather Chris Paul shoot a 3 than get into mid range. I feel like he's better in the mid range to shoot. So I will go under the screen to see if he can hit a couple. If he can, then I'll switch it up.
I mean, he gonna snake dribble you to 20 points. Chris Paul gonna snake.
CP3?
Yeah, he'll snake dribble you to 20 points.
I don't think this is the same CP3 or the same.
Right, which is why I would make him shoot the 3.
Right.
I would force him to shoot a 3.
I think we're gonna see
and being that he's overly like he's a pass first point guard, Chris Paul passes down shots all the time.
Right.
I was just about to say, I felt like Chris Paul's about to tap into his Jason Kidd. You remember when Jason Kidd at the end of his career, he would just spot up and shoot, spot up, and then he ended up shooting like crazy numbers and being one of the highest 3-point made on the all-time list. I think CP is gonna tap into his spot up and shoot.
On the Knicks and when he was on Dallas.
Yep, he won that ring. Spot up and shoot, not at the Knicks, but Dallas. Hey, we can't leave out here without talking about the Lakers off season. Their off season is looking amazing in my opinion. Do you feel like they have the best off season, Henny? Like, who you feel like having a better off season than the Lakers?
I probably would have to say Memphis had the best off season. I don't think LA had the best off season. I think they came in with the same team. They're gonna try it again. That's cool. In order for them to get better, their players have to get better. That's the scenario that they're in. Their players can't have bad games. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis. You can't rely on LeBron to go for 40. Definitely not at 39 now. That's just, I think
LeBron gonna have 40 at 40.
Yeah, he needs to not be that guy, so he could rely on his other teammates. He had to turn into that guy the last game, and look what happened. It came down to one last basket. So if he needs to depend on his teammates. So they really ran it back, and his team just got to get better.
How you hear me? Yeah. Chris, how you feel about them running it back?
I mean, I like the pieces that they kept. I was banking on the Lakers trying to go after Kyrie, but I mean, bringing D'Angelo back isn't bad. I mean, he just has to be they have to find a way for him to be better on defense, because I feel like that's where the Lakers got a little exposed at that position. In that Denver series, Jamal Murray was giving it to him.
Right.
But I like some of the additions. I like the addition of Taurean Prince. It gives them another
wing,
another player, another wing that stretches the floor.
3 and D.
I like the addition of. I really like the addition. Sorry that he left Miami, but Gabe Vincent, who blossomed this playoffs, who had some spectacular games throughout the playoffs. A guy who can light it up from the 3-point line. Cam Reddish, I don't expect Cam to still be on the Lakers by the time the trade deadline.
Be surprised. You'll be surprised.
I really like Cam Reddish. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if that's going to be the best fit for him. Right. Playing with LeBron, I feel like playing with LeBron is not much opportunity.
Yeah, I think you're wrong about that. Look at Rui.
Look at Reeves.
Look at Reeves.
I will say
Nobody
this
else
though.
is doing that with Reeves.
Sorry. I'm saying playing with this team coming back. It's not much opportunity, right? With Reeves and Rui and all of it. I just feel like it's going to be hard for him to find himself because they're basically playing kind of the same roles he is playing. Then you brought in Taurean Prince, another 3 and D, right? Then you got a Gabe Vincent, another dude, 3 and D.
Well, he's a point guard.
I understand, but I'm just saying like they have these positions, and it's like how much what's the depth really gonna look like? Is he gonna be able
Look,
to fit into that rotation?
LeBron is 38, 39, going to be 39. I think there's going to be some space for him to play. It's going to be a lot of times where LeBron's going to probably take that night off.
I would hope so. I would really hope so. I love Cam Reddish. I love his game. I really want to see him flourish. I really, really do. But I personally don't think the Lakers are going to be the best fit for him. But I mean, if it works out, it works out. I hope it does work out. I hope it does. I'm not wishing bad on him.
Of course, bro. We know that, bro. You don't gotta do that.
I just don't think it's gonna work out.
I mean, he got a couple people in front of him. He has, like you said, Rui's a forward. Prince.
Reeves.
Jared Vanderbilt. Yeah, but how do you?
I don't know.
I feel like
I think
someone
he gonna play.
Someone didn't get enough credit last season for their success, and I think that someone on the Los Angeles Lakers is Darvin Ham. For him to be a rookie coach to take his team to Final 8, I think that was incredible. They were the best.
Adversity.
Yeah, they were the best defensive team in the playoffs. He's basically got his team switched midseason and was able to get them on track. Had them playing defense. He got LeBron off ball. I mean, sheesh.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to give LeBron all the credit. I mean, but honestly, like Darvin Ham got LeBron off ball. A lot of coaches tried. Every coach failed, and it looks great. It's not like bad. It's awesome. Like he's still effective. Yeah. He's still LeBron James, and he don't have the ball in his hand. That's scary. That's scary. So, I think Darvin Ham we need to give Darvin Ham his flowers early for having a successful year one.
A playing
for
team
sure.
At that.
A playing team. Because they first half of the season they were terrible.
And that's a part of the reason why I kind of like the whole running it back thing, because these are players that are still they're not at their peak yet. They're still learning. They're still getting better.
Right.
You know, especially Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, like they're still learning.
Right.
Still learning. Like going in from last year, you know, all of that adversity, you know, now you could have a full training camp. You have a full summer to work with each other and get better.
Right.
Learn more about each other. Austin Reeves came more into himself later on in the year.
Right.
So he's just going to continue to get better as well. He's at the beginning stages of his career. So
right.
I just feel like running it back is not too bad because you're building with what you have, you know.
Right.
You don't want to just throw all of that away and then bring in new faces again, and it's kind of like starting back at square one all over again. So
continuity is important.
Yeah, man. It wasn't like they were far off. You know, they were a series away from being in the NBA Finals.
They were a few games away from being in the NBA Finals. But yeah, for sure. Eyesonpodium podcast. Go ahead, Henny. I see you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I seen a tweet. So talking of the play-in teams, they were saying like how one team believed in this fairy tale of the play-in route via the Heat, and they knew that it was just a fluke, while another team via Lakers were doubling down on it, and they were saying how the Heat are smart to know that it was a fairy tale and not buy into that. I was gonna ask how y'all felt about that.
I feel like the Lakers team is real. I feel like D'Lo's a former All-Star. He's a top former a lottery pick. He can be a two-way guard. I feel like Austin Reeves he has a potential to be. Reeves is really good at playmaking. He's coming to his own. AD, when AD was playing last year, he's playing like an MVP. He's looking amazing. Rui, if he can build off of what he did last season, even if he does 80% of what he was doing in the playoffs, because he was playing lights out in the playoffs. He does 80% in the playoffs. That's great. Jared Vanderbilt is a steal. He's a steal. He was guarding point guards. Like, what are we talking about here? You got him, Braun, and AD on the same court. because he can guard point guards. That's that. You know what I mean? Then you got
Right.
Gabe Vincent, who's in place of Schroeder. I mean, I'll take Gabe. He just brought his team to. He was just the starting point guard for the team in the finals. I'll take him coming up from my bench. I mean,
So you were saying that they're saying that the Heat story was a fairy tale.
So they both were playing, and then they made it into the conference finals. But
But they saying
one
that the
team
Lakers
didn't.
were for real, and that team's
Now they're saying that the Lakers believed that they were for real, so they doubled down into their team. They bought in the same team to run it back and try it again.
Okay.
They knew it was a fluke, so they got rid of these players that brought them there. So they knew it.
yeah, Max Strus is gone. Max Strus is in Cleveland, which I think Cleveland had a low key, sneaky good summer. Started a free agency, picking up Max Strus.
They don't have no Jimmy Butlers on their team,
They don't.
or Eric Spoelstra. So we'll see.
Let me see who they picked up before we get out of here.
Who,
Cavs. No, the Cavs. The Cavs. Max Strus and George Ning. Two shooters. Two shooters.
solid.
Yeah, that's gonna help them. And they brought
help
back.
them lose to the Knicks again.
Yeah, they got no chance. If Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland is your backcourt, y'all got no chance. Y'all didn't get nobody that can guard Jalen Brunson. So, good luck. Eyes on Podium podcast, episode 40. What? 7? What's that episode? 47? I think it's 47. I'm gonna go with it.
Are we?
The Knicks mid 3. I'm gonna go. Yeah, 47. Episode 47. We here, baby. We here.
No, we on 48. It's 48.
How?
48.
Oh, we went live on 47. Yeah, we went live on 47. This 48. You right. Episode 48. I was on Podium. We here. We about to go hit 50. You know what I'm saying?
50 piece.
50
Here it
piece. Here it comes. Peace.